I've been around diesel engines longer than I care to admit. They're tough, torquey, and built to go the distance, but only if you treat them right. Trouble is, too many drivers kill their diesel engines without even realizing it. Let me walk you through the most common diesel-killing mistakes I see and how to avoid them. But just before we start, please ensure you've subscribed to the channel. Lugging the engine, driving in too high a gear. Diesel engines thrive on low-end torque, but running them at too low an RPM can cause serious strain. Lugging the engine forces it to work harder than it should, leading to excessive wear, poor combustion, and increased heat buildup. Shifting too early drops the RPMs too low, making the engine struggle and reducing efficiency. The myth that low RPMs save fuel is misleading. Running a diesel too slow under load leads to carbon buildup and long-term damage. The key is to keep the engine in its optimal power band, where it makes power without straining. If it starts bogging down, downshift before it begins to struggle. Skipping oil changes. Diesel fuel does have some lubricating properties, but that doesn't mean you can neglect oil changes. The oil in a diesel engine does far more than just lubricate. It also helps clean, cool, and protect vital components. Over time, it picks up contaminants like unburnt fuel, moisture, and soot, especially if you frequently do cold starts or short trips. Letting dirty oil circulate for too long accelerates wear and leads to costly repairs. Those long service intervals that manufacturers recommend, take them with a grain of salt. Changing your oil more frequently is one of the smartest investments you can make in keeping your diesel running strong. Using bad fuel or ignoring the fuel system. Diesel engines rely on high-pressure injection systems, sometimes reaching up to 30,000 psi, which means fuel quality is critical. Using bad fuel or neglecting the fuel system can quickly lead to performance issues, including excessive soot, reduced fuel efficiency, and clogged particulate filters. Contaminants like water, dirt, or algae can cause injector malfunctions, leading to rough idling and loss of power. If you suspect your injectors or fuel pump are failing, address the issue immediately. Waiting too long can turn a minor problem into an expensive repair. Letting it overheat. Diesel engines are built tough, but overheating can take them down fast. If your temperature gauge starts creeping up and you're not hauling through extreme heat, something's wrong. Low coolant, a failing thermostat, clogged radiator, any of these can be the culprit. Ignoring it can lead to warped cylinder heads, blown gaskets, or even complete engine failure. Regular maintenance and quick action when overheating starts can save you from costly repairs. If you see that temp climbing, pull over and figure it out before it turns into a disaster. Excessive idling. Leaving a diesel engine idling for too long might seem harmless, but it can cause more damage than you think. When the engine runs without load, it doesn't reach optimal operating temperature, leading to incomplete combustion. This allows water vapor and unburnt fuel to mix with the oil, breaking it down faster and increasing wear on internal components. Delivery drivers can get away with it because their engines stay hot all day. But if yours cools down between trips, excessive idling will accelerate engine wear and reduce efficiency. Deleting emission systems the wrong way. Messing with a diesel's emission system without properly adjusting the ECU is asking for trouble. Some folks think removing the EGR or punching holes in the DPF will magically boost performance. But without the right tuning, the engine won't know how to compensate. Instead of more power, you'll end up with poor fuel economy, excessive soot buildup, and potential long-term damage. Modern diesel engines rely on precise calculations to run efficiently, and when you start removing key components without recalibrating the system, things go downhill fast. If you're set on making changes, do it the right way, with proper tuning and adjustments, or leave it alone. Otherwise, you'll be dealing with more headaches than horsepower. Cold starts and short trips. Cold starts and short trips are tough on diesel engines. Most wear happens right after startup, especially in cold weather, when oil is thick and doesn't flow as well. If you're only driving a few minutes at a time, the engine never reaches optimal temperature, meaning the diesel particulate filter can't burn off soot properly, and the oil breaks down faster due to fuel dilution. Over time, this leads to increased carbon buildup and reduced efficiency. If short trips are unavoidable, make sure to take the vehicle on a longer highway run at least once a week to let everything heat up and function properly. Ignoring DPF regeneration. Diesel particulate filters need to reach around 600 degrees Celsius or 1,100 degrees Fahrenheit to burn off accumulated soot and keep the system running efficiently. This process, known as regeneration, requires a steady 15 to 20-minute drive at highway speeds. If you frequently interrupt regeneration, the filter clogs up, leading to reduced performance and costly repairs. Signs of active regeneration include increased engine temperature, higher idle RPM, and cooling fans running harder than usual. Ignoring these signs can result in excessive soot buildup, forcing a manual or even professional cleaning. Let the process complete when it starts, and you'll avoid unnecessary headaches. Final thoughts from the shop. Diesel engines can last hundreds of thousands of miles, but only if you respect them. Don't lug it, don't skip service, don't idle it to death. Show a little mechanical sympathy and your diesel will repay you with a long, dependable life.